All right, for today's video review, we're going to finish off our look at this 3-pack of figures that is part of the Doom and Destruction collection, part of of Legacy United, that is an Amazon exclusive subline. Again, like I said in the last video, we got the Wreck and Rule collection last year as part of Legacy Evolution, and this year we're getting the Legacy United Doom and Destruction collection, which is based more on the Mayhem Attack Squad from the Marvel comics. And yeah, with this set, I mean, the main bulk of this set is Barrage and Chop Shop to get new versions of two of the other deluxe Insecticons, who I took a look at earlier in the week. But for today's video, we're just going to be taking a look at the little superfluous add-on figure that they've included in the set called MALLEUS Minotaurus, or MALLEUS Minotaurus. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but yeah, I said it before, I'm pretty sure they just included this in the set to pad out the price a little bit and make it cost more, because not a single person in the world would buy this figure just by itself, I feel like. I don't know. But yeah, we are going to be taking a look at this guy for the video. So we'll put Barrage and Chop Shop off to the side there. And yeah, this is a redeco of the Siege Smashdown mold, which in and of itself was not one of my favorite Siege Battle Masters, but whatever. He makes a nice little hammer mode here. And then weirdly, so he comes with the blast effect that came with Siege Smashdown, that has the it's like, well, I don't know what other words to say other than it is a smashdown blast effect. But he also comes with a new blast effect that goes onto the hammer here, which is either, I guess, like a slightly lighter blast, or like, I don't know, like slag molted onto the outside of it or something. I don't know. It's cool that it comes with a new blast effect. It's nice that, that there's something new about this figure other than just being a less interesting looking redeco of Smashdown. But still, ultimately, I kind of wish that the set didn't come with this guy so it could cost a little less. But in its own merit, he's in a nice looking hammer mode. One issue I've always kind of had with this figure is because the handle is detachable and it plugs in kind of a weird way, it always wants to kind of like bend up like that, because it attaches like that weirdly instead of just like pegging in. So you like have to like rotate it in like that, which means that it can't fold down this way at all, but it can fold down that way, which means that sometimes it just wants to not sit properly and folds up a little bit, which is a little bit annoying, but whatever. In terms of like its actual use as a weapon, we can bring on a few other figures here. Like here he is with Sideswipe, so you can see him holding the hammer there. You could have him put on the blast effect there. I guess you could put this on the other side if you want. I don't really know if that makes any sense, but you could do that. Now it's more of like a jet propulsion, I guess, even though it's facing the wrong direction. But yeah, you could do that. Again, he is, despite the fact that this is part of the Doom and Destruction collection, he is marketed as a Wrecker. He's called Wrecker MALLEUS Minotaurus, which sure. I don't know why he's part of this collection. Again, just feels like a superfluous add-on, but whatever. The other kind of interesting thing about him is that he does have a little, if you look at his, obvious Minotaur head here, he does have a little tiny, not a Wrecker logo, but a logo of Solus Prime there. So they don't really say it, but maybe the implication is this is supposed to be the Forge of Solus Prime. Allegedly, according to leaked listings, we're going to be getting new versions of the 13 Primes as part of the Generations toy line next year. So we're going to be getting a new Solus Prime. I do hope she comes with her own forge and isn't just like, oh, hope you got that Amazon exclusive 3-pack for a Siege Battlemaster repaint to be your Forge of Solus Prime. I hope that they don't do that. I really do, but I doubt that they will. But I don't know. Maybe the implication is he's supposed to be the Forge of Solus Prime, which is kind of an interesting lore thing, but also just like a weird, I don't know, weird thing. Like you'd think that they would have put a Rutgers logo on him instead, but whatever. Something kind of cool that you can do with him is if we bring on from our one of our Amazon exclusive sets last year, the Impactor from the Wreck and Roll collection, you can actually like take off his little harpoon hand and put this guy in as the as like a hammer hand, which obviously you could have done with, you know, the original Siege Smashdown as well, but I feel like that looks kind of cool and it fits his color scheme more than, you know, the red Smashdown would have. But yeah, that's kind of a neat thing that you can do there. Obviously you can have him just like hold it as a hammer as well. It doesn't like totally fully plug into the you know, port here, just because he does have that, you know, port on there that's supposed to be for like blast effects for whatever reason. But you know, it goes in far enough that it's a relatively secure connection. So yeah, I don't know, I think that looks pretty cool there. But yeah, in terms of comparisons in this mode, obviously you just saw him showed off with those guys here, but here he is with the original Siege Smashdown. So you can see a you know, just a more interesting color scheme of the same version. I will say his handle does stay a little bit straighter in than Smashdowns did for me, but you know, it still does kind of tend to want to tilt to the right a little bit, which is annoying, but that's what they look like together. And then just to show it off, I guess here he is with, you know, the Power of the Primes, like little Prime Master Solus Prime that has the little symbol on there, just so you can see. I'm not lying, it's the same symbol. But yeah, in terms of transformation for this guy, again, it's exactly the same mold as Smashdown, so it's the same. You just untab these sections of the hammer here, and then you kind of like rotate around these sections to be the legs like that, and then you fold up this whole body section, take the little Minotaur head, rotate it around like that, and then fold down these bits to be the arms. And there we have a MALLEUS Minotaurus in his robot mode for whatever that's worth. Again, it's never been my favorite one of the Battle Masters. It's just like a weird him having this little Minotaur like aesthetic for no good reason. I don't know, but yeah, he's okay in terms of articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you can rotate around like that. It's kind of got kind of a hunch here, so like he can't really turn his head side to side all that well without like, you know, also, you know, angling it differently, but whatever. His shoulders are on ball joints and his hips are on ball joints, and then I guess technically he has an ab crunch because of transformation. And then the other thing you can do is you can untab this weapon, and it does tab on some way, doesn't it? I feel like it must. I can never remember how this works. I think it just kind of slots into his hand here, but you can have him hold it as a little, yeah, there you go. Have him hold it as a little club, which, you know, looks kind of stupid, but it's a thing that you can do, I guess. I don't know. I just leave it attached kind of uncleanly as the tail back here, but there's not really a great, you know, answer to what to do with the handle there. It kind of just sticks awkwardly off the back of him, or makes kind of a unconvincing little mace weapon. But yeah, because he's got these ports on the feet, you could have him doing like a, you know, slam attack with the blast effects where he's like smashing down into the ground like that, which looks kind of cool. But you know, other than that, here he is again with sideswipe for whatever that's worth, just so you can see what it looks like with an average size deluxe. But yeah, you know. And then here he is again with Chop Shop and Barrage, just so you can see what the full set looks like together. And yeah, overall, I really like this set. Like I said, I wish that it didn't come with the little, you know, MALLEUS Minotaurus Smashdown repaint. I don't need it. I don't like really even love the Smashdown mold. I don't know if I ever needed to buy him, but I did. And yeah, it's not one of my favorite Battle Masters and doesn't really feel like he makes a whole lot of sense in the set, but whatever. At least, you know, in terms of like them adding a superfluous figure to a set, it's better than what they've done in the past, like with like the weaponizer packs or whatever, where they just like add a whole extra deluxe that you wouldn't have wanted to buy. Or like, you know, what they did with some of the Shattered Glass figures, where they did kind of the same thing. I can deal with getting a little extra Battle Master and having it cost like $5 more. That's fine. But, you know, it's still a little bit annoying in principle when, you know, the reason that anyone would buy this set is obviously for Barrage and Chop Shop. But either way, I guess, you know, I like both of these guys, so it was still worth getting this little figure, even if I don't think that he's particularly great. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this set. It's a good set overall. Like I said, I think that these two are kind of fantastic. I just didn't really need him, but yeah, no, he's a fun little figure in his own right, just kind of extra, not needed. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to them. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have the last bit of our Doom and Destruction collection with Barrage, Chop Shop, and our new little MALLEUS Minotaurus.